So my friend Jeff is coming over in a little bit. We're recording a podcast today.
Right there he is. That's Jeff. How you doing, man? I forget how tall you are. It's terrifying.
Still had all the VHS, and we never watched it because the technology changed.
Hey, this is my buddy Jeff. You are in Tampa or St. Where do you live?
I live in Valrico, Florida.
Valrico.
I am a proud Valrican.
Valrican. It's better than Toronto, whatever we were saying earlier. Jeff is working on a super awesome top secret. It's not really top secret, but he's in the beginnings of building out a really cool kind of cultural podcast. And we just chatted for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. And it was awesome. I know Jeff because Jeff was a food writer, and Lakeland had some cool things happening with food. And
Still does.
It really does. And he actually drove all the way out here to come hang out with us and eat our food, which is awesome. And, you know, the media industry is changing, and Jeff is no longer doing that. He's doing some pretty cool other things. What do you want to say?
So, you know, one of the reasons I wanted to come over here is because you do such a unique thing, and I like to talk to people who are doing unique things so I can learn about it. But
I'm unique. I know.
Yeah, you know. I do you know, social media for work because I do marketing and PR. But I like people who get their hands dirty on things.
Yes.
And to me, I would much more rather talk to somebody who does that than sit and point and click. Not that that's bad.
Right.
But that they get their hands dirty and it's something tactile that they can express themselves with.
Just got to wash your hands before you get back to the computer.
And don't touch the camera.
There you go. Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Of course, a few weeks ago I told you I rarely ever do business locally. I just don't have a ton of local clients, and as soon as I say that, I get a million of them. I'm working on a project today for an organization called the Lakeland Yacht Club. No. See, we've got this lake in town called Lake Hollingsworth. It's this big, beautiful lake, tiny little lake with swans on it. We've got a lake downtown called Lake Mirror. We've got this giant, well, I live in Lakeland. What do you expect? This giant lake called Lake Hollingsworth. You know, it's got like a multi-purpose trail around it and all this stuff. And they do a little bit of speedboat racing. They call it a regatta. I'm not sure it actually technically qualifies. I don't know. The college on the lake has a ski team, you know, the whole deal. But we had this place called the Lakeland Yacht and Country Club, and there were no yachts. Like, at all. The lake's not big enough for yachts, really. And, you know, the building was in disrepair. As a jazz musician, I've played there a lot. As president of the Advertising Federation, we've had our Addy Awards there. It was a really, you know, it was a great place to connect with people. It was a really great part of our community, but the building was in rough shape and the brand really didn't make a ton of sense. They went through this whole rise of the Phoenix kind of situation, and they're in the middle of it right now. They actually tore down almost the entire building. I think maybe they tore down the whole thing and rebranded, and now they're the Lakeland Country Club. And my friends at the Lakelander magazine redid their branding, and it's stunning. And as soon as I saw the logo announced, I thought, man, that would look so good in gold foil. And guess what? We're putting it in gold foil today. I am so excited. So we did the letterpress part. Letterpress and gold foil, probably one of my favorite combinations there is. You know, black and gold, super classic, super beautiful, and you can get the deep impression of that black letterpress. And you know, in a soft paper, you can't do a super deep impression in foil and get it to come out clean, but you can get that beautiful difference of the shimmer and the deep black with the deep impression. And so that's what we're going for today. It's a really cool thing. I'll tell you more about the piece in a little bit, but we've got the letterpress done. Time for the foil. So this is Kurt Patterson. Kurt owns the Lakeland, or is that the way we say it?
Yes, with Jason and Brandon.
With Jason and Brandon. And it's not Patterson Publishing, Patterson Jacobs Publishing. So it's our local city magazine. The thing I remember right off the bat, aside from like the editorial photos and stuff, was they really took care to get a really great stock for the cover paper. And that matters a ton in magazines, right?
That would matter to you.
That texture, like even if you're not into paper, there are signs of, you know, that texture matters. Tell us a little bit about your involvement in Lakeland Country Club.
Lakeland Country Club, it was formerly called the Lakeland Yacht Club.
Yeah.
And we went through a process of branding for them and came up with the fact that no one wanted the word yacht in it.
Right. Well, I told them there are no yachts. There's not even a lake big enough for yachts.
That's
right there. So
we come up with a new logo, and so we're having, you know, they have a whole new building being made. So
yes.
they got a new brand.
When is the new building supposed to be open?
Should be that first month to 2 months in 2019.
Okay, so we still got 4 months to go, 4 or 5 months to go. The thing I love about what the Lakeland Country Club is doing is they understand that exclusivity means you can't go begging for people. We're doing that. It's really grassroots and community oriented, but private club. And so this isn't a huge marketing campaign. It is one-to-one, really connecting with the families that are a good fit. So I think that's super cool.
Yes, and I thought it was a good match with high quality with what you guys do.
I love it. So we're gonna get this cranking, man.
Because of the club.
All right, I finished, well, yesterday, I finished printing the front and the back on 2 separate sheets, letterpress and foil on one side and foil on the other. I just glued those up, duplex those. I'll trim those in a few minutes, and I'm working on the envelopes right now. We'll get the envelopes done, get everything trimmed up, and get it out the door. It's due in a few hours, so we'll get it done. Well, that was absolutely crazy. I had a crazy afternoon. Come on over. I had a crazy afternoon yesterday, but the whole week has been kind of wild because, well, this one right here. Hey, what's that face for? It's been crazy because I've had both of the kids here. Holden is on his way in a second. Annika, you're going into what grade?
3rd.
Into 3rd grade. Holden's going into kindergarten. And this is the week that teachers, mommy, goes back to school, but the kids are not in school yet. So they're here at the shop with me. They have been awesome and patient and dealt with all the craziness. On top of that, yesterday I wound up with several visitors all at once while I was on a phone call, and just kind of insanity. Got out of the shop, got everything done yesterday, and I wanted to show you what we did. That logo, just, it kills it, man. I'm so excited. So actually, this was the back of the envelope. Hey, look, there he is. Say hi, wave.
Hi.
This is Holden. Annika, we already met her. So this is the back of the envelope, which I thought was kind of cool. We didn't put it on the front. If they need to mail some, most of these are being handed out in person. But if they needed to mail some, we left this almost as a kind of a return address. People in town know where this is and what it is. So we left that so that if it needed to be mailed, but it also kind of, it improved the impact. Are you guys being distracting?
No.
They're being distracted. But it improved the impact because this is what you get. You open it up, and as you slide it out, the very first thing you see is this join the legacy. I'm a huge fan of storytelling and experience, and to me, having that be the very first thing people see as they start to pull it out, there's a little reminder of the logo again. But because hopefully by now, if you've seen a few of these videos, you know that I'm a big believer in creating something that's a second function for stationery. And in this case, this is a membership organization. This is, an exclusive club. Having this logo is a point of pride. It's a badge of pride for a family. And so we wanted to create something that was kind of minimal and modern and a way to show off that logo. And I think we did it. So I'll show you some slow-mo shots of it right now. And that was the big project of the week. It was a rush that we got out the door. Again, a local client. I don't have a ton of those. Anyway, you know what to do. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed, and please tell a friend. See you soon.